play. Oh my god, my cat just went to space. Sorry for smacking the mic earlier. Ursula just leaves the mics on hot, apparently. Oh, sorry again. Yeah, so like Ursula did the critique stream, so she finished it up, and she doesn't like phase the microphone off, so I just assumed it was off already. So I test which microphone's on by just smacking it. So sorry. Um so we have this shelf, right? That was in the kitchen and it was getting greasy and just it felt unsafe, so I took it down. But I haven't fully gotten rid of it and the cats are just climbing all over it and using it to get to vantage points they've never seen before. And it is driving me crazy. So that's the type of stream we're having today. I don't know if anyone's gonna show up. I didn't stream yesterday because me and Ursula, I knew it. I knew they would do it. I gotta chase cats immediately. Off of it. I gave you 3 chances. You had 3 chances and you blew all 3 of them. Kitty prison. You too, you're next. Deep side when we walk. I don't know if I'm live. I think I'm live. I saw viewers earlier. Yeah, he's gonna yowl. Well, maybe he should have thought of that before he was a bad boy. Hell yeah, another stream to listen while fixing up my room. Huzzah. Sorry, I am dealing with cats right now. With this gosh dang counter. Oh my god. I don't want to chase you guys right now. But I also don't want to lock you guys up in prison. It's hard for me. You know? Oh my god. Cats know. They know what they're not supposed to do, and they do it anyways. That's their whole deal. I'm just tired. Me and Ursula, we were playing so much Play Up. We've gotten good at it. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. Fine. I will let you out. But you can't be in that stuff. Okay? Just go to your litter box. And come back. But don't climb onto the kitchen counter. Just because there's a stepping stool there doesn't mean you're allowed to go there. I don't know where to put it. If you guys out of goddamn trouble. Sorry, I had to move a freaking shelf because of these cats. It's just hard to find a place where they can't jump on things, but also a fire hazard isn't caused. Driving me up the wall. Oh my god. Just give me a bit, guys, to get my streaming energy back. Because this is driving me insane. They've just been... It's always like right before I stream, they all go hog frickin' wild. You hit play and the cats are like, it's go time for me. Dogs are asleep. Cats crazy. There's so much I like about cats, but there's infinitely more that I dislike about cats. Just like having them as pets, they're just not for me. Don't do that. Yeah, stop trying. You're gonna get yourself hurt. Yeah, just go run around somewhere else. Am I live? Can I... Is anyone... I'm not sure if YouTube is working or not. I've been too busy... Because, like... I've been having trouble with YouTube lately, so it's hard to tell if I'm live or not. Because sometimes I see chats, but then I realize that they're just talking into the void. Yeah, I'm live. Okay. Thank you. The last time I streamed, I was talking for 17 minutes to myself. Like, I figure it's just kind of slow because I didn't stream yesterday, but yeah. I'm having the kind of day where, like... Not the kind of day. I've been having a fine day. I'm just... These cats is literally... I'm just... at my wit's end with them at the minute. I think I solved it. I think I solved the issue, but... It's just a struggle that there was an issue in the first place. Hi, Victoria, hi. I was working on my topic videos, so I've got all those planned. I hear cat nonsense. I'm just gonna let them destroy the kitchen. I won't. Okay, I think they're just running around now, which is fine. That's fine, I guess. Because first I was thrown off by the cats, then I was thrown off by the frickin' Ursula messing with my settings on my stream setup. And I'm just like, I'm all off kilter. I worked on these. I basically finished, I think. Does these look finished to you guys? Does this look good enough to be a page? The backgrounds ended up kind of washed out, but I gave up. It felt like good enough, you know? You did that? Yeah. The colors, yeah. Yeah, I finished them up. It's so pretty. Awesome. As long as someone says it's so pretty, I think it's good enough to publish. Amazing. Oh my, okay, that sounded painful. What happened? What did you do? Okay. I think someone ran head first into a cabinet, and I think they just kept running. I think they're fine. Oh my god. My microphone's all weird because Ursula's changed all my things. Sorry. Ugh, these cats. They're in their worst era. I'm just gonna keep saying it because they're driving me crazy. Hello? Hello? Meow? Oh my god, they're so poofed. Oh, they're running. I think one of them was running so fast, and they're on, like, linoleum. So they tried to stop, and they didn't, and they hit into a wall, and then just kept going. They seem fine. They're continuing to run, so I don't think they were phased by going headlong into a cabinet, but one of them needs a bath. I'm gonna have to give him a bath tomorrow. He's looking a little crusty. My cats are very good, though. As much as they annoy me, they're just cats. They're regular cat levels of annoying. They're very good. They're easy to bathe. Him especially, because he's so short. They just kind of get sad about it, but they put up with it. And it should be warm tomorrow. Good luck with that. Yeah. Nah, they're easy. They're easy to bathe. It sucks for them. It's how I take my frustrations out on them. I get to give them a bath. And watch them suffer like I have. But it's okay, because it's for the greater good. Hope you guys are being nice and silly. Hello, my cats are being very, very silly. My cats are hell to bathe. Wow. We just spray instead. My cats are very easy to bathe. A lot of it has to do... They're not very bitey. They just kind of scramble to get out. And they're really good about getting their claws trimmed, so... They can't really do much. They just kind of hold onto your arm for dear life. I wanted to work on storyboarding today, but ended up drawing boxes instead. I mean, everything's boxes, right? That's what Ursula tells me. Yeah. I've been playing a lot of Kingdom as well. Oh, right. Yeah, I finished a few videos, or a few video topics. I've got them written down. So what I think I finally decided on was Topic Tuesday. Hi, Tuesday, by the way. So on Tuesdays, I'm gonna do that. I got at least 2 scripts that I can go through. I have one on, what did I... What are they on? One's about, like, how to integrate world building into, like, the actual project. Like, what to do with it all, how to put it in there. And then the other was... It was, like, a short one. I have it written down, so... I wonder what it is. I forget. I have a new pet peeve. I was watching a video about art and writing pet peeves. right? And the one that gets me is, I think the word backgrounds gets me. I've decided. I don't know where her neck begins. Teeny notebook like I did so you can write down on the go. I just use my phone. I have amazing phone notes. I often take screenshots of them because they're so amazing. But yeah, I hate the word backgrounds. I hate the usage of the word backgrounds interchangeably with setting. I think it muddies things a bit. She does not want you. Go. Leave her alone. Get your little horny ass away from here. Cats. Except Multi. You know what? I shouldn't lump all cats in with each other. Half the problem is they're harassing my other cat. She's just trying to sleep, and they're just like on her case. She's just like me. She's just trying to vibe, and they are harassing. And then I have to chase them down to save her. No, I get you. That's fair. But like, yeah, I find people say backgrounds to mean setting. But that's not all that, like, backgrounds can be anything, right? I have 17 so I can relate. Oh my god. Could never be me. That was like when I was on the farm. Too many cats. Bouncing off the gosh dang walls. Oh, I know what the one is. I'm making a video about being lazy because I brought that up before. I'm on my laziness arc. I want to advocate laziness. Because, like, I've talked about it recently, right? Where I'm just like... I think it was, like, I was watching it and they were talking about adding backgrounds. And I 100% agree with it, that most people very much neglect their settings. They don't consider setting as, like, its own, like, character. But I don't think it's backgrounds that people have an issue with. I think it's specifically setting. Because background is like opposite to foreground, right? Like this is a background, but it's not exactly setting, right? Whereas setting can be like a close-up or the focus of a page, right? And I think you need to think of your setting more like a character, you know? Because, like, knowing where things are, like blocking and stuff, like, you don't necessarily need your background figured out for that, right? Your background. And I think, because, like, looking at, like, what Ursula does, because she does all this stuff, right? Because, like, this has a background, but it's not the setting, because the setting isn't important in it. And if you think of the setting as having, like, character, we have, like, 3 characters. You know? Because this is not really setting, this is, like, background, you know? It's aesthetics. I think it's, like, it's really notable when I was, like, drawing this stuff. Whereas, like, if you only focus on setting, like, you end up with, like, a lot of panels like these where it's kind of the exact same. Whereas, like, background itself can be, like the gradient stuff, right? And that's not including the setting. But you don't have to include the setting. Like, I don't think adding more of the setting helps, you know? It's not always important. And I would agree that that beginners and stuff, like, people like you're not confident in drawing, like, perspective. I mean, everything has perspective. But that seems to be, like, the complaint when it comes to drawing, like, landscapes, buildings, etc., interiors. But, like, that aside, like, it can be a lot more effective to neglect it at times. And honestly, I say this, like, I feel like everyone says this about backgrounds, but I don't know if I see it that often. Like, when I'm... Because we do critique, and I don't think setting is constantly neglected or anything. Like, standing in front of that sheet for photos. I think I get what you're saying. I'm not sure. Yeah, it's just... I don't think the actual drawing of setting is the issue. I think that doesn't actually address the problem that people face when they don't draw backgrounds. I think they don't find backgrounds interesting, and I think understanding what makes them interesting. If I talk in weird periods of time, I'm watching a stream from my TV, screencasted from my phone, so it's slow. That's fine. I understand. I understand the lag. It's just I just sometimes there will be no stream delay whatsoever, but, like, I'm just talking and not really thinking about what I'm saying, and I will immediately forget what words came out of my mouth. It's just kind of the dealio, especially when you have to, like, work on the art stuff while talking. That's why I recorded a bunch of work that I was doing on 9 Point, so I'm gonna play that in the background on Tuesday so that I can focus on talking and you guys can still see art getting drawn, but I won't be as I don't know, distracted. I'll be able to follow my trains of thought a lot better. Not perfectly, mind you. I'm still pretty bad at it, even when I don't have something to distract me, but verily, we will try. Oh. Oh, she mad. She angry. I got the played up songs stuck in my head. We've been playing way too. I've been playing so much. I need to stop. I need a break from it maybe tomorrow. Ursula has to finish some 9 point. She has until Friday to finish, I think. Yeah. She's almost done, which is cool. She also has job stuff to do. The job hunt continues. But such is life. Okay. Working on both a job and several comics seems hard. Luck to you too. I mean, I don't job. I'm house spouse and art assistant spouse. And she got laid off from her job recently. So she's had all the time in the world to get lots of comics done. So we've been getting really good buffering going. Because, like, losing a job sucks. Stressful. Not much you can do about it, though, you know? Like, you apply to all the applicable jobs every day, and then that's like an hour of work. And then you do like an hour maybe working on portfolio, but after a while it's like, okay, I'm just gonna work on comics. Though she hasn't been getting a lot of that done because we've been fiddling with getting the print files corrected for Ice Beiju, because it's been a bit of a hassle. I really need to update people on that. Like, everything's fine, it's just like there's been a few issues with like the files. And once it's all good, it's all good. And then we just gotta send it out. Easy peasy. We'll definitely get it done before the end of the year, which is good. That's what I'm looking forward to doing. And I was gonna say, oh, we're only really working on like 3 comics. But, you know, that's still kind of crazy. Are we working on 3? Yeah, it's 3. Magpie is like so buffered right now, like we haven't really... Like, once I get all the coloring done, I'm gonna do like twice weekly on Tapas and then 4 times a week on single page sites. That seems promising. Oh. Pretty Mouth updated today. People are already mad at Evan, but it's gonna get worse, guys. They don't even know. They don't even know how bad it gets. Though I was having a conversation with Ursula about Finch, this lady I'm drawing. Finch is like worse than Evan, I think. As far as being a person, but like I don't know, I just like her more than Evan. Evan's just not likable. Finch looks cool. At least she looks cool. At least she's kind of crazy. I have no idea what I'm looking at here. I'll have to figure that out later. Filling in cuddler and then erasing the excess. I do that too for everything. Yeah. It's just... Oh. I don't know, I don't know what it is. I feel like I miss less when I do that. I feel like when I like try and do it like this, like I don't go quite to the line enough. Why are you growling? Oh, you're sleeping. She's sleep growling. It's like, what are we gonna start yelling? But no, she's sleep growling. She's got a dream happening here. Silly puppy. It's been so cold out. I love it. Plus hand moves. Oh my god. Why is that song so stupid catchy? Oh my god. I need to get back into writing. Anytime I start gaming, I get no writing done. But I feel like I hit a bit of a wall with the writing. I got like 1,000,000 comics done. I got like I always get like I get a volume done and I'm like, I am stuck. I feel like I've written myself into a bit of a corner. Oh my god. I like the style of piercing white against ominous blue. Makes the character stand out hard. It does, but I'm just... That's just like placeholder. I do like the vibe. I'm just filling in all the whites first. Is what I've been doing. I'm trying to fill out the whites on like 400 pages. Is basically what I've been doing the past a million streams. Cause like wait, the finished pages is here. Cause like these are what we're going for. Right? Like this kind of stuff. So I'm going in and flatting all of the white. And then should experiment with that kind of style one day. It reminds me of kind of like what the covers look like. I initially did kind of like a flat thing, kind of more like this. Cause like the originals are already pretty bold, because it's like this. These are what the original pages look like, so they all come out in black and white usually. And I'm doing a colored version now that is releasing online. Like this page. This is a good page. Yeah, because they're already very stark. And then I'm doing the color version of it. Were you always planning on coloring the magpie? No, not really. What started this whole thing? I don't know why I started doing this. Oh, I know what started it. Was, we started working on Avo, right? So we started working on, just for people who don't know, so we started working on Avo, and I started doing flat colors for it. I started working on, like, the flat colors for this comic. And then I ran out of pages to work on, so I decided to color in Pretty Mouth, because a long time ago, we did a comic called Fawn and Finn. I think you can see it on Tapas. Yeah, on Tapas it did come out, just like the pitch package of it, and you can kind of see what it looked like. But it had like this really interesting style, so I was working with that, and then while I was doing that, it was a very just like flat color, very simple palette, literally just 3 colors, like no, yeah, it was like 3 colors, black and white, and then no shading or anything. So I was working with that, and then I kind of got then I was like, what if I really learn how to color, and then I can work on 9 Point, because we'd really given up at 9 Point because it's just so hard, right? Because like I gotta do the visuals for people who don't know. So like this is 9 Point, and it's just like a lot of work when you have like so many other comics. So I was like, oh, I will learn to color. I'll learn to do it. It can't be that hard. And that's where I'm at now. Now I am flatting in 351 pages. We got 34 done. And that's the history of it. You wondering how we ended up here? That's how. But no, I really didn't plan on ever coloring Magpie in them because like it's so expensive to print. But after a bit, I was like, oh, like Magpie's really stagnated online because it's so hard to update. And like once we started updating again, we were getting like no readership anymore. So we were like, so I was like, what if I just color it in and that'll just like make people excited about it again. It'll probably attract a lot of new readers because a lot of people are reluctant to read just black and white. I think people get overwhelmed by it a little bit. They like their colors, so there we go. Fancy. But it's still gonna have the black and white version, especially like print. Like I want to get all of the volumes out in black and white first. The color's just a fun little bonus. Kind of like how Avo is a fun little bonus. Because the novel's already out. Really find black and white so pretty and charming. I do too. I really like it. I think... Yeah, I know some people find it... Especially, like, I think Magpie, which it's like... It looks really cool, but I can see it even from just, like, just a visual kind of standpoint. It can be hard to interpret for some people. It's just... I think it's the contrast. I think it's the high contrast. Can be a bit of a difficulty, specifically in Magpie. I know like a lot of grayscale comics can be a little different. And people love shiny colors. That's what I've learned. We spun it, guys. And the thing is, like, having the color doesn't take away the black and white version, you know? So, like, you know, if you like black and white, you still got it. If you like color, you got that too. Push you. And I get to practice my skills. And eventually, I will be so good, it'll be crazy. I want to become, like, crazy good. I need to study more, probably. But you know what? I study on the streets. That's the laziness thing. Like, who has time to study? Study on the page. Okay, you can study off of the page. That's fine, too. The laziness comes down to, like, me being like, does this look good? If one person says yes, then it does. Especially if unprompted. Someone's like, that looks great. I'm like, that means it looks great. I don't got time, you know? 9 Point is like 2,000 pages long, the whole thing. Jesus Christ. Oh my god. It maxes out at 2,700 pages, but it'll probably be 250, 2,250 pages. That's how long I think it'll be. 2,000. Yeah. I could not. I know, and it's the one that's the hardest to art. You know what? No, I changed my mind. Magpie is also hard. Magpie just like the black and whites is like so much work. Like the inking is so pretty, and I can't help. I'm gonna learn how to line. I'm gonna do the outlines. I'm gonna line the pencils, and then Ursula's gonna do all the fancy inking bits. Until I eventually also can do fancy inking. But I must learn in the ink mines. And then I'll get even more done. It'll be crazy. I think that's fair. Comics are long. Who cares? I know. If you're doing 2,000 pages, I'm just like, that's what my video is going to be about. Where it's like, if you have to draw 500 pages, like, I think it's fine. You can draw the background once. The background. You can draw the setting once. You don't have to draw it. Everyone's enjoying Avo, and Avo is like nothing for backgrounds. You scribble it in, they get it. You know? You gotta consider like how much you like what's your budget, you know? You know, what is your budget? And by that I mean like what's your time budget? And is it worth that much time money to put into something? If the answer is no, it's not. And I think talking about like how you need to add this and you need to add that to your comic because people don't add it, you know, it's like I think it's counterproductive. It's just all. I don't think it's bad. I think it's fair advice. I don't want to be like against it or anything. I think it's just easy to get caught up on that instead of thinking, "Oh my god, what if I just got my comic done?" I think getting your comic done already puts you far above the rest. 99% of webtoons is pretty backgrounds or just SketchUp models and fancy bushes. Webtoon, as in Webtoon original. Yeah, I figure that's what you mean. That's what I mean about that's what I mean about backgrounds versus settings. Because I think the idea that like, oh, I need backgrounds means that like you use like models and shit, right? Which is fine, but you lose the character in that case. I would rather see less quote unquote backgrounds and more setting with character that you establish once and then never see. 3D settings that they didn't bother to even sketch over. I wouldn't say it didn't bother. I would say weren't paid enough to sketch over. You know? We gotta move whatever we're complaining about Webtoon, unless it's like questionable content kind of issues. But like when you're complaining about Webtoon, remember whose fault this is, you know? Let's Play literally use stock images as background characters. That's funny. I don't know. I think when we get like all stuck on things, we lose the artiste. I don't blame artists for cutting corners with a work schedule like that, even with assistance. 40 panels is rough. That's 40 panels a week is insane. Like, I don't think you... Yeah, it's like I'm saying. I think it's fine to cut corners. The reason why corners are being cut is always the issue for me. Webtoon doesn't upset me about its corners being cut because corners are being cut. It upsets me because, like, artists are having to cut these corners in order to meet insane demands. As opposed to, I'm gonna cut corners so that I can finish this before I die, you know? That's true. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's very important to note. We gotta know who where the onus lies. There's one original I kind of take pity on because it's clear the creator wasn't prepared to make a Webtoon original, so they're reusing as many panels as possible and not drawing over 3D models. You know, like, that's fair, though. Like I'll take pity on that. And at the end of the day, like, I don't think... Okay. There's ways to do it, right? Like, at the end of the day, like, reusing models, there's nothing wrong with reusing models and reusing panels, right? You don't even have to, like, hide it, right? Like, the most obvious example is, like, Homestuck, right? Like, it's baked into the bread of Homestuck that models and stuff are reused. And that's just, like, a clever way to do it, right? And, like, Homestuck definitely lies outside of, like, the typical comic and what even is a comic, but, you know. You get me? You do what you gotta do. Otherwise, we just become CinemaSins, you know? But for webcomics. The original I'm referring to would have the same panel back to back. It happened multiple episodes. It'd be nice if they spaced it out, the Reese panels more, if they got, but they've got deadlines to meet. No, that's fair. I'm not even saying that it's like artistic choice, like, you know. I'm just saying, like, again, it's like, why are the corners being cut? How do you cleverly cut corners? How do you use your budget efficiently? My thing is, like, I'm a bit of a machine, man. Like, I'm not super fast at comics. Like, I'm not slow, but I'm not fast. It feels like I'm fast, I think, to Ursula, but I think it's just I can just sit down and I just do a very assembly line. Because I know she definitely couldn't do this, what I'm doing now. Like, sitting down and doing, like, just the whites. She would want to stop and do everything. And I'm just like, that just messes with my flow. If I have 400 pages, I'm gonna do them. I think their first comic, it's their first comic too. Their famous animation YouTuber who got an originals deal. The thought of my first comic being original would horrify me. The thought of any of my comics being an original would horrify me. I just don't want it. I'm just that guy at this point. I just don't want anything to do with it. I would be like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, but then I would come back to God and I would say, no, I don't want this. I like being able to do whatever the frick I want. I like being able to give stuff away for free if I want to and make just random ass decisions whenever I please. I think, like, I get why people do it. I just couldn't. I'm just too control. I'm just too much of a control freak. I don't think an environment would allow me to give my story the pacing, the attention it deserves. It's all about churning out long episodes until it stops making money. Basically, yeah. It's the Netflix, you know, the bingification. Like, I would consider publishers for distribution help or something, but it's like, I just don't want to give up a lot of control. I'd have to really like it. And I would want a good agent that I trust. And that would have my back. Because, you know, that's the deal. Like, you want people on your side or whatever. I just find it all just too much. I just can't. I can't. My friends all do like novels, right? And they will like pitch to publishers and they won't hear back for like 2 years, and I'm like, I have a life. Like, I'm not waiting 2 years to be told that, like, oh no, thank you. Like, fuck off. Like, they're busy. Like, I get it. I don't what am I doing? What did I do here? Okay. Like, I get it. Like, the slush pile is insane. The competition is insane. But I just don't. I just can't do it. I can't be bothered. Like, I tried it for a bit and I just hate it. It's always like 2 years of waiting on a form rejection. Like, it is insane the amount of times that this has happened. Like, it's not abnormal at this point. Like, I just can't. I can't do it, man. I got shit to do. You know how much I could get done in 2 years on my own? Like, I pitched Honeywells to people, and then I was like, I am done. And then it's out, and now I don't have to deal with it ever again. Though I have considered making Honeywells like Avo eventually, like doing an easy read version. I'm really liking the easy read format. I think it opens up like some things. I think it's like a nice blend of comic and novel. And X is kind of like a good bridging point for some people. Reading? Scary. It's helpful for like dyslexic and reluctant readers, and also English learners. Because I know like a lot of the times like it's hard to find like picture book type of materials to read. And a lot of people look at comics because I know that I have like some amount of readership in different languages. The weirdest thing with Pretty Mouth was that like someone was translating it into Russian, and they'd like done all of the like, is it Cyrillic? They'd like done all of like Monster Dad, like they'd colored over with like they'd drawn it into it, not just. This is wild to see. The only way I consider it is if I offered an extremely good deal or write a story I'm not particularly attached to. To be honest, the worst part about Webtoon is everyone thinks becoming an original is the only way to people are going to read your comic, but it's when that's not true. It's a shame because they don't pay well. Free translation, yeah. I mean, free translation, but like I also didn't see like anything of it. It was just interesting to see. Like, it was like a fan translation, you know? Like, I welcome that. I think that's so cool. I get that a few times with Magpie, like people wanted to like translate it and stuff. People will just want permission to like repost and translate, and I think I more welcome it. I think I was a little more protective of my work before, but now I don't really care if people want to repost it with translated. I wouldn't want them like reposting without translation, but I don't really care. Like, I'd like credit. That'd be nice. I just want that sweet, sweet comment section. I want to know what people are saying. I'm a simple man. My thing is, like, I think I'm good for money. Like, I would love more money. It'd be so cool, but like I don't. Okay, like on it, okay, I definitely need money at this point, but I think in life I will be fine. I don't think I need to become a best-selling. I don't think I need to become Lore Olympus, you know? I don't need that kind of cash flow. I don't need to be corrupted. I already have enough. I have people who support me and care about me, and I won't ever be in the worst position ever in my life, you know? So I think I'm Gucci. It'd be nice to make money, especially how hard it is to find work. Yeah. No, I get that if you want money and income on your art. Oh, sorry. Didn't mean to punch you guys. But yeah, because Ursula has like a career outside of comics, and you know, eventually it's going to be the kind of career where you can retire, you know? Getting some tea, BRB. Have fun with your tea. I really need to make bubble tea. I've been putting it off. I got all the stuff for boba. Because I don't actually have a lot of money right now. Like, I am in a bad way financially, but I'm not in like a horrific way financially. I'm in a lean season. You know, it's the winter. We're buckling down. Metaphorically speaking. But I don't think it's a forever problem. Oh, she angry. Oh, she angry. Yeah, so I've had to really think about comics and what I want. I would love to make more money on my comics. I would love to make more Patreon cash. I think that'd be very cool. I want to do YouTube again because it's been kind of stagnant. Reverse of stagnant. Reverse of... It's just not been as great with YouTube, and I think there's ways around it, like I've been saying, to get back into it really good. And I've been doing well with streaming, which I can appreciate in myself. I just got to get back on that video grind set, you know. Because more than anything, I I need videos so that more people can find my comics. And I gotta remember that. And at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if you have 50,000 or 100. You know, because whichever you get, only a certain amount even follow the comics outside of YouTube. And those are the people I'm looking for. And if you get one person over, they can comment. I don't know what I'm saying. I guess my point is you don't need a lot of people to be successful. I don't think you don't need a lot of people into you for you to have a successful comic. Because if I had 100 people that are dedicated enough to comment, if I had 100 commenters, that's what I want. I want 100. I want 100 little guys. I think that'll make me happy. My main concern is making this comic at all. Yeah, that's a good concern number one. I think a lot of people forget that part. Though honestly, you can be successful just thinking about making a comic. I know a lot of people like that. I used to be so jealous, so jelly. Just completing a project for once would be worth it, even if literally no one reads it. I mean, whatever makes you happy, you know? I was just thinking about laziness. Like, work for work's sake is so stupid. Work smarter, not harder. During the Great Depression, right? In Canada, there was like these work places, work camps, right? And they had like a bunch of unemployed people that were there, and they would just be like digging like roads to nowhere. They were just like doing random tasks that were just like useless in order to get like, I forget, it was like sub minimum wage type stuff. And that stuff's just so crazy. God, sub minimum wage is wild. I can't believe that's still a thing. I'll stretch my arm a little bit. Oh, my water's empty. Oh, the cat's passed out after all their running. They're sitting in the computer chair. Together. All snoodled up. You're snoodled up. You can go back to sleep. Go back to sleep. I wasn't talking to you. Just go back to sleep, Serena. Yeah, goodbye. Goodbye. It's Dennis. Dennis is back, guys. See, I told you he was okay. I told you he'd be fine. Okay. These eyebrows. These eyebrows go hard, man. Oh my goodness. I think this little face right here. This is why we like Finch more than Evan. Evan's just so like prejudiced and stuff, you know? Finch is just like baby. Finch is Angie monster baby. Do 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 do. Okay, we're making progress, guys. Oh, I think her neck is here. I think. Yeah. How much training do you have? I don't know. Do you mean like school? Or do you mean like how? I'm just not sure how to answer. I'm not the one who drew all of it, just so you know. My wife does all the pencils and inks. I just do the color stuffs. I am but a lowly assistant. For me, I just went to high school, did some art, did a bit of graphic design, and I started coloring comics a couple months ago, I think, at this point. But I know how to work art programs, basically. Like, I'm not, like, completely out of my depth, but I'm definitely still pretty new to the whole thing. The art stuff I used to do is mostly, like, vector. Actually, okay, as a graphic designer, most of my job, I was an embroidery graphic designer, right? Was years ago now. It was just crazy. But yeah, I would run the embroidery machines. And I'd also digitize files. So that was mostly just tracing. Tracing. That's still awesome. Honestly, I would love to help flat a color comic. Yeah, it is fun. It's a fun little thing. I do all the writing, so I just wanted to learn to do stuff to help. Cause writing is fast. It's speedy quick as far as comic work goes. Whereas art has a lot of tedious stuff that needs done. And I was like, oh, I will do the tedious stuff. But yeah, as a graphic designer, I traced logos mostly. I used Corel Draw, which is like a vector program. So I did a lot of vector tracing. I've always been good with like vector stuff. When I did art, I've never really been like a drawy kind of guy. Like I doodle and stuff, but not much else. Like I'd love to learn more stuff to be even more helpful, and it's definitely on the docket. Okay, why am I wasting my time? He's a tiny little guy. He's like tiny. He's teeny tiny. Teeny tiny. He don't need to be so perfect. Just a little guy. Hey, catching your stream again. Nice to see you, Drago. Been a little bit maybe. I don't know. Just still working away at the flats. I missed one. I missed an ear. I'll never hear the end of it if I miss an ear. Is it? What is happening here? Oh, I don't freaking know. It's fine. It's fine. No one cares. It's fine. Just move on. Got too much to do. Why? Why? Why do you want to know? Why are you talking to my girlfriend? Finch asks. Finch says, why the frick are you talking to my girl? You trying to steal my girl? You trying to steal my gosh dang girlfriend? This is like, oh, thank God I've been found, and then this occurs. Boop a doop boop 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 boop. The fountain is so loud right now. It must be need a topping up. Oh, okay. I just want to get to 281 because that's means I have 100 pages left, and that feels like doable, you know. 100 pages feels legit. So eventually I'll have to take a break from all this because Ursula's gonna finish... I realize that's his head. That's not his sideburns. His sideburns are here. But like, Ursula's gonna finish the 9-point pages this week. And then I have like 20 pages of 9-point to color. So I'll have to flat that. At the very least. NaNoWriMo is pro AI. Listen, okay, before you say anything, NaNoWriMo also, okay. Don't go with the NaNoWriMo, organization. A lot of people have split from it. The official NaNoWriMo thing, because of endangering minors. So... it's a big yikes. So, yeah. I know the Rimo group that I used to be with in my old city, like they've split apart from the official thing forever ago. I've heard that too. I already didn't like them. They're digging themselves a bigger hole now. Yeah. It's not shocking, you know. It was going downhill before then. But NaNoWriMo's, like, a lot of people don't even know about the original NaNoWriMo thing, so I don't really care. I'm sure I'll hear endless about it from my writing group. Do 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 do. Oh, she Anki. Look at him go. Woo! Zooping. Good night, people. Time for bed. Good night. Have a good night. I will be here for a while longer. I'll be here. I clarify because sometimes I say good night to people and they think that I'm leaving. I'm not leaving. I'm just saying good night to Victoria. Oh, I noticed that with well, I started doing this with like Comic Fairy, but like you can also attach it to Google Analytics. You can use it. So I now have the analytics, the more in-depth ones from Google. Because the actual ones is the ones on the site are more of a rough estimate. But then I get more details on demographics and stuff. Lots of people from the US, of course. Oh, sorry. Not sorry to you. Sorry to my dog. I think I made an incredibly high-pitched whistle that I could not even hear. Yes, that was me. I'm sorry I did that. Mhm. Okay. Next one. I'm so focused. It's one of those nights. I was just thinking about how I'm anxious to do recordings tomorrow. I'm trying to think of like 2 more because I think like having 4 is probably enough. Like doing 4. I'd probably start getting a good buffer if I did like 4 or so. A week. I could probably start posting after that. After I have that many. That's like a whole month of YouTube updates then. But it's still, it's just weirdly nerve-wracking. I don't know what it is about YouTube videos that get me. I guess most of the time I feel like I just have nothing to say. Like nothing that anyone would watch, even though they do. I just don't know what it is. It's so easy to get, sorry. So easy to get in your own head about that kind of stuff. Because, like, I sort of feel that about streaming, like, sometimes, but not anywhere as bad as the YouTube thing. I don't know what specifically about, like, posting a video is that much harder. Because, like, I'm just gonna get Ursula to edit it, too, so, like, I don't even have to re-listen to my own voice. Just weird. Hmm. Do. Are like the comment sections on like webtoons like wait, is there like comment sections on originals? I imagine there is, right? Are they like all that, is there like a different quality to them? I don't read originals. I don't even know what it's like to read an original. I read most of my comics like not on webtoon. The very few that I still read, cuz all the ones I used to read are now like canceled. All of them being Cucumber Quest basically. Like all I know is like I go onto like Tapas and that stuff is like those like manhwa or whatever. Like that stuff is wild. I don't know if I read any comics anymore. Oh my god. What do I... Oh, I read Orin's Forge. That's true. Okay. That's the only comic I read. I read Orin's Forge and I read like False Knees and like Chicken Thoughts. There's some really good originals out there. It's just a sea of manhwa translations and whatever Webtoons decides to push this week. Yeah, like I imagine there... Sorry, voice crack. I imagine there's good stuff. I just don't... I'm not much of a Webtoon reader. I'm not much of a reader in general, honestly. That's the thing that I always come back to is like I read a lot. I'm not much of a fiction reader. Like I read a lot of nonfiction, and I guess for comics I just like gag strips. It's funny. I love False Knees. What's the other one? Love all those like bird ones. We're growling in our sleep again, it sounds like. I've been reading a lot of webtoons, getting ideas on how to use vertical scroll format is easier when I can see how it works for the originals. That's fair. That makes sense. Ugh. It's our girl Amy. I mostly read other people's stuff for critique. Like I read like a lot for just beta reading and stuff. I guess I read most of my friends' comics. Like I don't even think about it. Cause I read Paint the Town Red. And I read, what else do they have? I was reading a bit of Augustine. I read Ink's comic because I read the script and then I just see how it all comes together. Shoo, we're moving so fast. Oh, I guess Ink re-signed up for the 1 tier. But I guess that technically means he gets the credit tier. So I don't know. I should probably figure that out, shouldn't I? Oopsies. Delivering on what, on Patreon stuff? Hard. Oh. Okay, my arm is getting tired, so I'm gonna wrap it up since it's also 12, which is a big number. It's the biggest number. I guess 12:59 is the biggest time number. Clock number. I guess time numbers go bigger, you know? Time is big. Eon's real big. Thanks for hanging out. Yeah, thanks for hanging out with me. I don't know why I did this. I was supposed to do her whole body. That's me getting tired. So I'm gonna sign off for the night. It's nice seeing you. I'll see you again. It's 00. Oh, damn. You're right. 24 is the biggest time. Damn. It's even bigger than 12. You got me. Alright. I will be back tomorrow. Until then, have a good time doing whatever it is.